This chapter of One Piece is titled Ronja, and I've got to say, out of all the kids to become relevant, I was not expecting her. I probably should have, but we'll get to that in due time. Yamato's cover story continues, Tama and Speed staying behind with Raizo, as Yamato, Ulti and Page 1 go to deliver a hat that Tama made to Kawamatsu. Ronja is made to be the first child sacrifice, Gunko forcing her to walk up to the edge of one of her arrows, like the plank of a pirate ship. I believe this might be the first time in the series that someone has walked the plank. I don't recall any other time something like this has happened. Anyway, let's not get stuck on that because, for a short chapter, a fair amount happens that's worth talking about. So Ronja is looking on the bright side and putting on a brave face, as Summers gives the Giants 30 seconds to decide between Ronja's life and the library. So keep in mind that the rest of this chapter happens within a 30-second span. The Giants begin to argue over what they should do, since the library holds their culture and history, but their children's lives are obviously more important. Robin is so furious she cannot help but try and do something. Nami is horrified by Summer's lack of morals. Frankie and Ripley decide to go somewhere, and Dory and Broggy join them. They say they are splitting into two groups, one to fight the monsters and one to save the children. Since that group was already fighting monsters, I presume that Frankie, Ripley, Dory and Broggy are intending to go and save the children. Summers clarifies that he wants to be sure that Elbaf loses their culture and history, which is why the library must be burned down with the books still inside. Robin tries to fight Summers, but even Clutch is not enough to stop him. Robin seemingly jumps off the branch with Summers, thinking she can force him out of range of the children. Summers' attempt to stab Robin with thorns just reveals that she is a full-body flower clone. Robin finds that she cannot cut through Gunko's arrows with a knife. Summers prevents his fall by using his thorns like a rope. Gunko tells Ronja to say something, and she says that the library and school mean a lot to everyone and that they shouldn't be sacrificed just for her sake. While crying her eyes out, she says that she's lucky and that everything will be fine. At the last possible second, Chief Jarl gives Ange the order to set fire to the school. Ange tearfully agrees, but before anything more can happen, Gaban cuts off Summer's hand, surprising him when he realizes he cannot regenerate it, and then is slashed down by Gaban's axe, and the chapter ends there. This was a great tense chapter as the conflict of the child hostages continues, and while I thought I'd have more to say on it since it was a pretty dense chapter in terms of action, I suppose we've reached the conclusion already. I really enjoyed this chapter. I'm looking forward to seeing the technique that allowed Gaban to bypass the Holy Knight's regeneration capacities be explained, and for it to be something that at least some of the Straw Hats can learn. Let me know what you thought of the chapter in the comments, and here's today's lyric quiz. For life is quite absurd and death's the final word, you must always face the curtain with a bow. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.